dear viewers, and welcome to Delta News Television. I am Faith Akotego. Today we are graced to the presence of an erudite and eccentric personality. He is a politician, leadership consultant, and creativity expert. He is passionate about helping people discover, develop, and deploy their hidden potentials. Some of the grounds that precedes its pillar towards humanitarian excellence are the numerous training grounds he engaged in and duly got certified as detailed below. He has gotten so many qualifications from 2016 till date, and today we are going to be focusing on a very important aspect of his qualification. He was recently appointed as the Speaker of National Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Delta State Chapter. He is no other person than Right Honorable Uwafili Ikechukwu Williams, SANS and SAD. Sir, you are welcome. In your name here, I can see SANS and SAD. Can you please tell us the meaning of those abbreviations?
SANS, SAD. SANS, first of all, is a senior advocate of Nigeria students.
Okay.
You see, I'm a comrade, and I was conferred a rank then in school in the Gewalo Chamber at the State University as a senior advocate of Nigeria students because of my active role in activism and advocacy. Then SAD is a senior advocate of Denso. I was confounded as a senior advocate of Denso in a Faculty of Law, Denso Park Council, because of my investment in law as a campus barrister. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, for your new appointment, please, what is the vision of NYAN?
Okay. The vision of the National Youth Assembly of Nigeria is a youth parliamentary organization, and the formation was championed by some patriotic, vibrant, charismatic, and professional Nigerian youth who believe in Nigeria as a state and are committed in making Nigeria the country of their dream through active youth engagement, positive participation, and working with the Ministry of Youth and other relevant stakeholders in the Nigeria Youth Agenda in collaboration with the Nigerian National Youth Policy. That's it. Thank you. And we also believe that in the next 10 years, next 15 years, and next 20 years, from the National Youth Assembly of Nigeria, we will raise leaders and politicians who will take over the political industry. Men who will become ministers, governors, also men who will become commissioners and take over the industry, as I said earlier. Thank you.
Is indeed a man with vision and mission. Like, he already has foresight for the years to come. Now, moving on to my next question, what is the structure of the National Youth Assembly of Nigeria?
The structure is a very simple one. It's just like a parliamentary structure that we all know. We have the National Speaker, in the National Assembly, we have the National Speaker, we have the Deputy Speaker, we have the Clerk, Deputy Clerk, Majority Leader, Minority Leader, we also have the Chief Whip, the Deputy Chief Whip. Then also in the state level, we also have the State Speaker, which I am the Speaker of the National Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Delta State. We also have the Deputy Speaker, that's how we just have it. Then in the local government level, because we believe politics is local, and we're very intentional and strategic in what we are doing. So, and we're going to do this political mobilization from the grassroots. So we have local government coordinators. I have 25 coordinators for each local government, just where we have honorables as parliamentarians representing each of their constituency in the National Youth Assembly of Nigeria. That's it.
Wow. You can see how passionate he is talking about politics. We need really young, vibrant leaders like this in our country. Now, as the Speaker of the association, what vision do you have for the body?
Okay. My personal vision I have for the body is that you can read earlier. I'm passionate about helping people discover, develop, and deploy their potential. Just like a man, Lee Kuan Yew, a man who took Singapore from a third world nation to a first world nation. In 1965, Singapore was begging Malaysia to absorb them as a state. But the man who introduced enterprise education and defeated communism, and that man helped Singapore to become a third world nation to a first world nation. So I'm passionate about helping people discover, first of all, develop, and deploy their potential. There was an historic message to King George III of Great Britain, Emperor Qin Lu of China, 1711 to 1799, declared that our celestial empire possesses all things in prolific abundance and lacks no product within its own borders. So there is no need to import manufacturers of outside barriers. Let me break it down for you so you understand. Okay, you see, it simply means the wealth of a nation is not determined by what lies in the ground, which is the natural resources, but what lies within the citizens. Are you getting it now? That the citizen has the potential to create those products that they will go outside and export. So we have the gifting, the abilities to create it. So I help people to discover that their ability and help them develop and deploy that potential. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I believe in. Are you getting it? That's what I believe in. And I also understand something about, you see, if you check one of the research by Kent Lane Smith, he's the lead researcher of US Geological Survey. He said scientists and experts who tested the physics of 1 million Americans revealed that the physics of 1 million Americans contains deposits of gold, silver, and platinum, amounting to an estimated value of 13 million US dollars. And that's about 130 million US dollars if multiplied by the physics of 10 million Americans. I'm going somewhere, follow me. And that's about 1.3 billion US dollars if multiplied by the physics of 100 billion Americans. Follow me. And that's about 3.9 billion US dollars if multiplied by the physics of 300 million Americans. So you can see that the physics, you understand what the physics, right? The physics of Americans contain deposits of gold, silver, and platinum that are amounting to millions and billions. Come on. So you see, even our own physicists has wealth inside. Are you getting it now? That's why late Dr. Miles Brother said the wealthiest spot in the world is not the oil fields, not the gold or diamond mines. It's the cemetery. He said buried in the cemetery are books that were never written, poetry that were never read, songs that were never sung, painting that were never painted, ideas that were never invented. So some people died with their ability, they died with their skills, died with their idea, died with their vision and their capacity. So my message now to the world is that we should not die empty. Are you getting it? I'm sorry, we should die empty. Die empty, yes. Release your potential to the world before you die. Release your gifting, your ability. Are you getting it now? To the world before you die. I want to give another analogy. You see, in 1990, Ford Motor Company employed 9,653 handicaps out of 44,569 employees. It was recorded that 1 had no hands, 4 had no legs, 4 were blind, 37 were deaf and dumb, 60 were epileptics, and 1,560 had hernias. Now, a man who activated his creative genius created a job for disabled men. You see, men are not jobless, it's jobs that are menless. They are going somewhere. Okay, yeah, let me just stop there.
For a man with so many leadership qualifications from 2016 till date, like how many years is that already? I'm not surprised with the words of wisdom you are spitting out right now. The union is so lucky to have you as their speaker for Delta State chapter. Now, how can the youth transform the nation?
Okay, it's a very simple thing. First of all, nation don't just get transformed. It is transformed men that transform nations. And men don't just get transformed. It is informed men that get transformed. I'm going somewhere. You see, if you want to change a system, you must first change the leadership. So let's focus. Number 1 is leadership. Now, late Dr. Miles Morris said, leadership is the capacity to influence others through inspiration, generated by a passion, motivated by a vision, bettered from a conviction, and produced by a purpose. Mark that word, purpose. Okay. Now you see, he also said when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Purpose. So the reason why there's political abuse when it comes to power and politics and leadership is because our leaders don't know the purpose of leadership and political power. If we know how we taught on leadership and power and politics, we will not abuse them. That's the reason why we have been. So if the youth want to change and transform the nation, the youth must be taught about the purpose of leadership and the purpose of power. They must understand what they are going there to do. If not, they will recruit what our leaders in the now are doing. Are you getting it now? That's it. So, and I also believe the youth need to take responsibility when it comes to leadership. They need to take responsibility because leadership teaches us not to be too small to do big things. Let me break it down for you. You see, the position does not make the leader. The leader makes the position. Every office is determined by the office holder, like what you are doing now. What you are doing is not small. No matter the position you are holding, it's how you use that office that determines what will come out from that office. So no matter the position you are going to hold, as youth of the country, as youth of the state, we must understand that the position does not make the leader makes the position. Are you getting it now? So we must be able to be focused and know that every office is made by what? The office holder. Take responsibility, start leadership from the church, start leadership from your school, start leadership from your house. Anywhere you are, even from the entertainment industry, start leadership from there. That is the first way to solve this problem. And the second way to solve this problem is education. And let me define something for you. You see, in 2900 BC to 300 BC, Africa was leading in education. History confirms that Greek historians, archaeologists, sociologists, and mathematicians came into Egypt to receive their education. At that time, Africa was the center of civilization. Wherever education goes, there civilization goes. And the Greek hijacked it. That's why we have the Platos, Aristotle, and Socrates. And then the Romans hijacked it, and then the British hijacked it, and then the American hijacked it. I'm going somewhere. The kind of education I'm talking about is not the kind of education of then. Or the kind of education of now that we are teaching you physics, maths, chemistry. No. I'm talking about the kind of education that imparts the creative genius or activate that creative genius doctor within individuals. That we can have practicing creativity. Not coming here to learn physics, learn maths. No, we must have ideas, idea generation, ideation. We must change things. Now, education is not just the learning of facts and figure, but training of the mind to think. We must have trained ourselves on the ability to think, produce results, bring ideas, inventions. You see, in the realm of facts, 1 plus 1 is 2. But in the realm of creativity, 1 plus 1 is anything the brain can imagine. Thomas Edison said, from your neck downwards, it's worth a couple of dollars a day. But from your neck upwards, it's worth anything your brain can produce. So if your brain can produce a plane, that's what you're worth. If your brain can produce a car, that's what you're worth. If your brain can produce anything, that's what you want. So we must invest in our students, we must invest in our youth to be creative. Creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and doing and thinking what no one else has thought. That's what Ford Motor Company did. Everyone else saw that those people are handicapped and are disabled. But the way his thinking was different. Are you getting it now? That's what we are pursuing. Creativity. We should be educated to be creative. We should be educated to be productive and resourceful by giving course of life. And from there, we should move that education to a global standard. We should move that idea to a global standard. You see, the strength of an idea, the strength of a material, the strength of a product is in universal appeal. It's global weight and it's universal acceptance. Let me break it down for you. You see, the shirt I'm putting on now cannot be a shirt in Lagos and be a shoe in Brazil because it crossed a border. You see, you cannot be tall in the north yesterday night and be short in the south just because you travel. If you are tall everywhere. If you are short everywhere. And let's focus about the prosperous nations we have in the world. Nations like, now you see France produce Peugeot. Peugeot is attracting purchasing power around the world. I get it now. Harvard as a company, as a business, attracting users all over the world. Google, all over the world. Twitter, all over the world. So you see, they are creating a product is not just recognizable. Their product has become transferable, rewardable, and it's causing borderlessness. They are moving their ideas from place to place, from place to place. Are you getting it now? They are moving their idea. And borderlessness, borderlessness is the ability of the human spirit from one spot to attract purchasing power, attract followership, attract traction to where you are. So I can be where I am. Google can be in this place, but attracting users from all over the world. So that product, we want them to be creative, but that product that they will produce should have borderlessness and purchasing power around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right Honorable Uwafili Ikechukwu William, SANS and SAD. We learn every day, and during the course of your speech, you said that the position does not make the leader, but the leader makes the position. And now you've been appointed as the Speaker for the National Youth Assembly of Nigeria, Delta State Chapter. Can you please just tell me how your leadership aspirations started? I want you to go back from 2016 when you all started.
I would say started before 2016. Just that 2016 was just captured in the process. Years ago, I can't remember the day, but I believe I was still young. years ago. There was a youth foundation led in Asaba called Ingathering and Youth Foundation. Through Ingathering and Youth Foundation, I was a member. From a member, I became a leader. And our mentor then used to give us targets. His name is Pastor Ikechukwu. That man is more than a mentor. He used to give us targets and for us to build our capacity. So we started doing this. From there, we attended the School of Leadership and Entrepreneurship from that Nigerian Foundation. Also from there, we attended African Pastors Premier Educational Network USA. You saw it there, okay? From there, we also attended, I didn't add this one, Personal Development Conclave. Yeah, so that's how we started building capacity. So when we were doing it, we never thought that it would be his kind of results. We're just doing like fun, had passion. So the man taught us about how to lead. He taught us on how to mobilize, how to persuade. He taught us on marketing. He taught us on different discipline, character. So those were my bedrock of leadership. I started growing and I entered school and the rest.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Uwafili Ikechukwu Williams, SANS and SAD. We are thanking you very much for gracing us with your presence today, and we look forward to the changes you are going to make in the assembly with your wonderful leadership qualities. Thank you very much, sir.